between who's the boss person of the smoke shop?
The tax commission would probably, I think they
So
would go.
between the tax commission and the casino, agreement made that each payday, just like the rest of the employees, each payday, that person's money could be deducted, and then the tax commission can take that money that's deducted for his payment and submit it to the casino
So
as a,
do we want to offer that to, because we don't have the hotel instead, do we want to offer that to hotel and smoke shop, or?
I would think so, if they're Wichita employees. That's just my opinion. If they're an employee of the Wichita entity, which,
Well, this guy's not Wichita.
it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is he's an employee of a Wichita entity, which is the smoke shop. The Wichitas own the smoke shop. The Wichitas own that Hope Motel and the casino, and it's all situated together. So
What happens if one of the casino workers have to stay because of this person?
there's
How do we know?
because he's been riding it all this time.
You see, he has been riding?
Yeah,
He was running it before.
yeah, he's been riding it before.
Until we cut it off to just casino employees.
Which our intent was not employees, it was
Patrons.
customers, patrons.
And non-patrons at
Yeah,
the worst.
And,
Yeah.
And yeah,
And
most
basically,
likely
this guy is
non-patrons
a
that go across
non-employee, non-patron.
the.
So a couple of things to consider, and as long as it works out good, that if the tax commission or smoke shop is withholding it and they're getting the payments, and that's not.
That's my opinion.
It doesn't become a big deal for.
I don't think these guys agree with that, so.
Okay, well, I'm just pointing some stuff out, and if it becomes a big deal about getting reimbursed and stuff, then it's one employee for $10 a week that we're, having, that's one thing. And the other thing is if there starts being more, people that need to ride up back and forth, then what do we do about that? And if you approve it,
Do we
is it
have-
just conditional until there becomes an issue?
Well, and do we have an account of how many ride? Because I see that thing going by empty all the time.
If there starts being more, okay, and there is one at I don't know if he's still working at the hotel, he's not working specifically for us, but he's here, he's native, and he works, for Builders and Lemon on the hotel, and he was riding, and so. Yeah.
But he's not a Wichita entity employee.
No, but he's working on.
I don't know.
We don't provide transportation for all our employees.
That's true. So I guess just leave it as, is that
Can I have a-
y'all's?
Can I have a motion?
Because
Yeah.
when we first initially did this, we wanted to do it for our casino, but we mainly wanted to do it for our,
People.
because a lot of our people, need work, and, that's kind of what.
And these individuals are not Wichita tribal members and not casino employees. So if that's the motion y'all want to make, I understand 100%.
So can I have a motion one way or another?
Because what about like liability, would there be any kind of insurance or anything like that?
It'll just be the same
Just the
as what it
same as
was.
it was before?
Speaking of insurance, Stacy Sullivan will be here February the 15th at 1 p.m. Available for everybody who's under her coverage, all our entities to come and meet.
So I need a motion one way or another. Either just to move it as casino employees or to allow him to ride.
You two? Y'all's? y'all's thoughts. Y'all are two against me, so what is y'all gonna say? What is y'all gonna say?
I'll make a motion.
To allow them or not?
Yeah,
Marl's motion
it's casino.
to just have casino employees.
I'll second that.
Rachel. Vanessa, second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, motion carried, 5, 1, and 0.
Yeah,
You're what?
opposed.
You're opposed?
You're opposing your own motion?
No, I was going to her.
Oh, okay. 5, 1, and 0.
What?
You're opposed. Alright. Anything else on old business?
No, because you won't listen.
New business? Tribal member request, Tasha Friday.
Who's her uncle?
I don't know. I was wondering too. And she doesn't have any dates.
Oh,
Oh,
She doesn't
sometime in
know.
March. Sometime in March.
is she gonna, are they wanting to erect a teepee and have a peyote meeting?
I don't think so.
Well, it says a peyote
Permission to
meeting.
hold a memorial peyote meeting, so I'm assuming that
Maybe
means.
they are.
Generally, that's what happens and it lasts all night. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And then the breakfast the next morning. I thought we
In the
ate
community
in the.
building,
Huh?
in the community building, I would think.
The,
Peyote meeting? I don't. They said at the tribal complex. She didn't ask for the building. She just wanted to hold a peyote meeting out
Yeah.
here
Oh, I
at the
thought she
complex.
said somewhere in here that,
she wants to reserve the building for the breakfast.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and she would pay the fee.
Uh-huh. But are they gonna put up a teepee and have their meeting?
And we have the meeting open, the building open all
When
night
is
for
this,
people.
what was the date?
She just said
In
in
March,
March.
back
There's
to
a
that
few-
one where they were wanting it for the whole weekend.
Yeah, you can actually call her again.
Well, she was texting me actively, but I think she's gone off for something. She said she had something going on.
Well, then I don't know who.
Oh, David.
David.
Probably for David.
Oh, yeah, her.
Yeah, because it's been a year now.
I'm
It
thinking,
has been,
I'm
right?
thinking
It has
of,
been a year.
Hello, you've reached Tasha Friday.
That's probably.
I'm thinking of, well, I think of her
Yeah, so that's in March. Yeah.
as Francis's daughter.
Mhm.
Well,
So
motion by
that's why I
Moss
just went to
table- To table that until we find out about the
Monday.
TP.
Yeah,
Was that your second, Nancy?
yes, I second.
Nancy second. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, abstentions, motion carried 6-0. Next is a sponsorship from the language fair. Sponsor.
The Sam Noble Museum, how long have y'all been going there to do this language fair?
I want to say at least 13 years.
And they don't know what your name is yet?
Different people. Daniel Swain is the one that usually, Mary Lynn, she used to do this and she's moved.
Hope it ain't a fire.
So we have a neat skit for the language fair.
You'll have what?
We have a neat skit that we're gonna do for the
Oh,
language
I
fair.
did skip.
And I'm hoping we can do a presentation the Sunday before, so people can look at it, because we didn't ever do that before. One of the, they're not in the class, but somebody made a suggestion that, so we're gonna do a thing. Right now we got about 10 kids, and I think there's a couple more that are coming, so.
Okay, Tasha just texted me. Or you passed her stuff.
We tabled it.
Can you, yeah, we're.
Well, ask her to call Terry. She just called her. So she's got
I
her
thought
number.
they didn't know yet.
There she is.
exactly when.
Hey,
Well, I
Tasha.
want to know if they're gonna put up a
Gary,
teepee.
what's going on?
Hey, on your request, on the POD meeting, what, were y'all erecting a teepee?
Yeah.
Okay. And then y'all are just using the community building for the breakfast?
Yeah,
We're-
I'll just rent that like normal, but,
Where's the teepee gonna be erected?
Where are you gonna put the teepee at?
we're not sure. I guess we were gonna kind of see what you guys preferred. So I
And-
haven't talked to my grandma yet about where it's at.
And is there a fire in the middle?
Huh?
Is there a fire in the middle?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's asking if there's a fire in the middle.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so will it, so it'll have to be where it's dirt and not grass? Or will they be cutting up some of the, they'll have to dig up that grass?
Because they have to do a road and all that.
In the garden.
But do we have a place where it's,
Probably needs to be a,
like
Level.
a level dirt area?
So, we already tabled it, but do you want them to kind of pick out a place where they
Yeah.
can get it and then we can go back and?
Can you do that, Ted?
Well, I can ask my grandpa's man or one of my other male relatives and see if they have something in mind. But do you guys have somewhere you prefer and that I can let them know that too? Or someplace you don't want it that I can tell them just so?
I'm just not sure where we have enough space that's open, really.
Well, if it's around that building.
Unless we put it
Away
maybe on
from
that side of the
buildings,
building.
In case of fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's a spiritual kind of thing, you know, it's something you just don't, just,
Well, let me ask you this. I feel like, if this is just from Facebook, so I could be totally wrong. I just feel like somebody asked if they could put a flood watch over there. Where are they putting that? Is there an area?
That was our question with them too.
Daryl told me that they were putting that they wanted to put it back behind the complex by the water tower.
But it's all woods there too, you know,
So
and
is there no space by the dance ground where we could put it?
What about where they do the
They
horseshoes?
put it around the other side of the arena. I don't.
The
Where they
backside?
do the horseshoes?
where that
Yeah,
water
the
is.
backside. It seems like
Yeah.
there's plenty of room, right?
There's
Yeah,
not enough
it wouldn't
space, is
matter if
there?
the gra-
Of
the
the
dirt-
arena?
The backside of the arena,
There's trees.
but people, I mean, I know we've kind of marked it off where people don't park there anymore. But I mean, if the grass, if they had to like get rid of the grass and put, you know, just get it down to the dirt for their fire pit, it shouldn't hurt back there, I would think. What y'all's call?
I don't need it.
Well, what I'll do then is, since I'll ask, like I said, I'll ask one of my relatives, maybe they can go out there and look and take a spot, and then I'll take pictures and I'll send it in to you guys, and I guess maybe you can reevaluate it at your next meeting or whenever you have time.
Okay.
Tell her to look at the north side of the dance arena,
She said, look at the north side of the dance arena.
Okay.
the
Okay.
northwest.
Thank you
North.
all.
All right, thanks, Tasha.
North.
Thank you.
All right, sponsorships, Sam Noble Museum. Do you want to do anything? We're sponsored before.
Can that cultural thing pay for some of it?
I don't have it. I mean, he's got salaries and then he's got specific things lined out for for projects.
Yeah, but some of those projects he don't do them.
Mhm.
But he don't do them.
Well, I guess pretty much all of them.
Or they do.
I mean, we could just pay it out of the general fund if you wanted.
That we just supplemented.
We've done $250 before. I think we did that one year. And they still put our logo up on the banner.
Well, cultural program has $2,800 in computer expenses that haven't been spent.
So, yeah.
And non-capitalized equipment for another $1,500.
I would look into the cultural program, because it's cultural.
That's what I would think too.
It's just usually you don't pay the sponsorships out of the budget, you just pay the tri-pays.
But it's tribal funded. There's no nothing to
If y'all
prohibit
wanna
it.
do that, we can have him to amend his budget and put a line in there for sponsorships, but he needs to have that line item, and then he can
Well,
sponsor that. if he
let's
wants.
have him do that then.
So for how much? That's your motion?
And we put 500 in there.
Got a second?
Now, that's not approving this yet. He's got to do his modifications and then we can talk
Modify the
about it.
budget and give them 500?
What's
Yeah,
that?
have him modify it for $500 line item for donations or other contributions, culturally related contributions.
So how much do we wanna give to Sam Noble?
He's got to change his budget first, then we can consider it.
Okay. It's just,
So that's what we're wanting it for, though, right?
it's just a big,
Yeah,
it's just
We're
a-
wanting that 500
for
to
the
be
Sam
to be
Noble.
set aside for this.
Well,
So what-
It would
for
just be-
possibly other culturally related donations
Okay, so,
too.
let's,
Last year we did
let's,
250, right?
what if we amend the motion to have the cultural program amend their budget to include a sponsorship line item with with a $500 added to it, and 200 of that dollars earmarked for the Oklahoma Native American Youth Language Fair sponsorship.
I'll
You'll amend to that?
amend to that.
Okay.
I'll fit me that.
Jesse second, all those in favor?
He's gonna create a $500 line item
Okay,
and
okay.
$200 is going to the Sam Noble.
250, right?
250,
Oh,
half of it, 250 goes to Sam Noble.
Jesse second, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, abstentions, motion carried 6-0. The
Now,
next-
while we are talking about that, I do have a question. Are we going to do anything for our participants? You know, are we providing lunch or snacks or anything like that for these kids?
That's in their cultural program.
Yeah, Gary
So
got
that comes out of the cultural budget as
That's
well?
one of those projects he has listed in
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. ONAC, we donated to them before. Those are the ones that did the children's savings accounts. They're gonna, oh, no, this is a membership drive.
there. What about the AARP thing?
Oh, this is, that ONAC's after language
Yeah,
fair.
it's at the language fair. You can donate, you can be a member of ONAC, or you can donate. Tribal government membership, 20,000 people or fewer tribal members with $100 a year is one of the membership.
I think considering the amount that they give our children, we should definitely be a member.
What's that now? I'm sorry.
ONAC.
You wanna approve that out of the general fund?
How much did it cost?
$100.
$100.
Oh, yeah, take it out, general.
All right, just the motion. Matt, you want a second?
I'll second.
Matt, second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, abstentions, motion carried 6-0. Next is this AARP. We don't necessarily have to do this right now. unless
May
y'all
the
have-
1st is a deadline.
Yeah, we need
to
to.
submit your name, so we got time.
Yeah, but I'll be thinking about anybody that you wanna submit, and one thing, we have to give some information on NFOA membership.
Dang.
She said that somebody took my name off there, that's why I never got this, so.
Now, did that take a picture of me? I heard it click.
No, it just tried to overheat here.
I'll make a motion that we pay for the membership to NFOA
General fund.
out of general fund.
Second.
NFOA.
500. Matt, second. All those in favor say
What is
aye.
it?
Opposed? Abstentions?
What is it?
It's the American Finance Officer, they give really great accounting advice. Like control
So we're giving them
investments.
$500 for what?
Will be members.
So that we can call up on them?
Mm-hmm.
Good luck to you.
All right, Texas Christian University. They want to do a proposal to at Texas Christian University in Fort Worth, a permanent marker acknowledging both the Native American peoples who have lived and are living in North Texas, and especially TCU's location on the Wichita's historical homeland. And he's writing to inquire whether or not the Wichita tribe might have interest in working with them on this proposal.
I think it would be a great idea.
Is that your motion?
Yes.
So would it be the tribe or would it be the, I mean, I know it'd be the tribe, but would it be Gary?
I would recommend the executive committee all go to, also to represent the tribe.
All this is right now they're trying
When
to
they
do,
get ready to
they're
do
trying to do
it,
a
yeah.
proposal to do this.
Yeah.
Okay. And I always let the committee know when we go somewhere, but it's up to the committee to go. Okay. Matt had a motion,
I think Jesse seconded, didn't you?
Yes.
Jesse second, all those in favor?
Okay.
To approve, to work with them on the proposal. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, motion carried 6-0-0. Wichita Tribe Sports Commission requests.
No, I know we have the meeting on Saturday, but we looked at what works best for our inspectors to do a training, and they all said that Friday would work better for them. So basically, we just need 10 or 15, chairs, a place to write what I'm planning on doing. I've got a PowerPoint presentation that explains everything they need to know. I'll bring some gloves, some tape, and gauze, show them what we need to do in that aspect. Got a couple of videos if we have time that we can watch, and then at the end, I'll give them a written exam to make sure that they retain the knowledge. So it should probably take 2.5 hours. But that's what we like to have that. But if we have to do it somewhere else, we will.
So you're wanting the community
Screen,
building?
projector, and chairs. That's about it.
Anybody want to make a motion to let them use this Friday? Because right now it's just set up for programs and cultural.
I'll make a motion that we allow them to do it.
Have a second?
I still
Jesse
Jesse
second.
second. It's what's set up for,
This training thing that they're.
I know about the community building, that's where he's wanting to use it, and there's nothing scheduled for that day?
Yeah, I just went look, there's nothing.
Okay.
Is there a second?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, motion carried 6-0.
One.
5-0-1. Matt abstained.
Ouch.
All right. Next is credit card authorizers adding the tribal administrator. James is still on the credit card, and you all gonna, add Audrey, even though she's not through her probation yet, and we're going to add her to the credit card. Right now it's Joanne, it was Joanne and James, and this would be Joanne and Audrey.
I'm, just because of everything one way right now, I'm a little leery of this, so I'm going to make the motion that we table this until after her probationary period.
Okay.
So, but, what credit card?
We have one travel credit card, and usually we only use it for travel, like to reserve hotels or pay, like, registration fees and stuff if we have to do them online. Occasionally, there's other stuff that come up that we absolutely have to pay, but every time you pay something like that that's not travel related, we have to get approval to do it, and Joanne keeps the credit card, and then she handles all the paperwork and stuff. She's the only one that really deals with it. Unless she's not here, then there's somebody to back her up.
So if she's not here, then nobody will be able to do it that day? And has, James's name
No,
been
it's not-
taken off?
No, we can take it off. I'm gonna take it off if you want, and then just leave hers on there by itself for right now.
Well, I'd say that. I mean, he's not here anymore. His name needs to be taken off of there.
Matt, you wanna amend your motion to include that we take?
Yes, so I'm in the motion to include the removal of Mr. Nelson from the credit card.
Can I have a second?
I'll second it.
I'll see second. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, abstentions, motion carried 6-0. Next is a special council meeting discussion. I just put some stuff in, I sent out some stuff about on a special council meeting. Like I said, it has to be called for that purpose. You can't add anything different. And
So we're not going to make any additions to the agenda,
well, I mean, like,
even though we had no input?
like if the president is the one that calls a special meeting at the discretion.
But
It's in the governing resolution.
But
But we mean nothing.
the executive committee doesn't have any input into them?
I always try to do that, but
You didn't this time. Didn't consult us at all.
anyway, there is some suggestions in here, but it appears.
So it doesn't
tonight.
matter because it's just what you said.
Just what she's
The
gonna
president
do.
has a discretion to call special meetings.
Now, did they go for the tribal council? If they wanted it, in addition to the agenda, they have no right to do that either?
Right, you can't do that on a special meeting. I mean, if they want to do a petition to call a special meeting, they can do that, but you can't, once that agenda's went out, you can't add or subtract anything.
Okay.
So are these things that you have on your agenda, are there gonna be votes taken on any of that?
Yeah.
But, okay.
So you're gonna have people voting for,
I can tell you a few.
all these things here? What are they gonna vote on? Say this first one, unfair distribution, use of program, what?
It doesn't necessarily mean every one of them has to have a vote.
So what do you intend for them to vote on?
I don't know, let's see, sorry.
Now,
So you're being secretive about it. You are, but you just said, did you just say the executive committee has a right to call an order? They just can't change, or call a special meeting, they just can't change a meeting that's already been set?
You can call,
We can request a meeting be called, and she has to call it.
Well, she,
Okay, but
She has the
Vanessa
discretion to call it.
requested that meeting be called on the 25th, but she said no.
the recall is separate from special meetings.
Just for that reason, recall.
So So it's not called a special meeting, it's called a recall meeting? I'm just trying to get this stuff straightened out.
It's how it reads in our governing resolution.
Anyway, I have put some recommendations on how we can work together because, I mean, like I said, if this, and I'm not even gonna talk about it, and so I don't wanna argue with somebody who got work to do, and, I just wanna make sure that all of our people are treated fairly.
That's what I can't understand. How are they not being treated fairly?
Well, we'll let our
You
people
know,
speak up.
I've got a big family. Every one of them are enrolled Wichitas. They're eligible for programs. If they apply, they're eligible. If they get help, fine. I'm not the one that makes those decisions.
I know.
Others make them, even at housing. Pumpkin can tell you, we're not the ones that decide who's gonna get a house. It has to go through that Raymond James group that we contract with. They go through everything, and then they're the ones that make the final approval.
It's just,
So I don't have control of them, for sure.
Like I said, when we're sitting here saying we don't have money, but we spend $18,000 on somebody's house, we spend $4,000 on somebody else's house.
On the stove,
On a stove, on a, you also got $2,500 on a storm shelter. So, I mean, all I'm saying is when we start saying we don't
How
have.
much were the storm shelters?
$2,500.
Well, how much were
But
they?
everybody got them.
But all I'm saying is we.
But, no, wait. Was the
fair is
person,
fair.
fair is fair, but what I'm saying is the storm shelter, you spent $2,500 on a storm shelter. How much was allotted to spend on a storm shelter in that
It
program?
was like $2,500, I think. But
And
it was
$2,500 was
wait
spent
list.
on it.
We got them.
There were several that got.
We spent $75,000,
But on a storm, you didn't spend,
$2,500 per storm shelter.
and that's what it cost.
Yeah.
That's what was allotted. So what's the point?
I'm just saying, because we had other people on storm shelters, we had other people that needed home improvements, but we cut them off. We keep saying we don't have money, and we cut everybody else off, and but other
Well,
people
what do
got
you
help.
want to do? I mean,
Okay, we
We're
have
never-
money, we have money, but we gotta take it from the cell tower.
All I'm saying is, if,
You just want to cash out all our assets and disperse that? I mean, you
No, all I'm
want to
saying-
just pay
You
it all
said
off.
that before, you wanted a per cap
well,
one.
let's per cap that tax commission money that's sitting down there. If it's just gonna be your family,
there she goes again.
Let's give
But
it to our
okay,
people.
and
It was not just your families. You've only got 3 of us.
Two on the roof. But my point
Oh,
is.
3 total.
is
That's what
when
I'm saying.
these
There's 3 in our
subjects were
family.
brought up, Terry,
3.
and I want you to be honest, when these subjects were brought up,
Mhm.
I said, there's rules, there's guidelines. Why are we making allowances? It's not fair. If you're not gonna put a stove, I have an aunt on the hill that goes without electricity.
Right.
Remember I mentioned that? But you made the comment, just like he said a while ago, according to your recommendation, you wanted that passed because there's extra money from last year's budget. Find out how much was there, and we passed these things that went above and beyond. Those were your recommendations.
No, I didn't make a
Yes,
recommendation.
you did, because you
I
said.
did not.
Yes, you did.
No, don't take
Okay.
credit around. I did
Yes,
not
you
recommend that
did.
stove. I never. And here's the thing, I never said anything about
got the
it,
money
because
for
until you start saying
And
we
it's
don't
not-
have money, and you get your house fixed, you get a storm shelter, your
That
family
was done
gets
before
that.
we even got on the committee,
It
Terry.
doesn't matter.
Why-
We have other people.
Why does it
It
not
was
matter?
Stop
approved
it.
from the previous year and did not get served.
But that's what I mean, you should be advocating for other people that need their homes fixed. Other
I'm
people
very
that
much
need
in
things.
favor of us
Hey,
having a housing improvement program
Look at it
if we
nice.
had guidelines that let the people be involved.
Well, then write the guidelines and don't just cut people off.
But also,
We haven't.
But
cut
also-
anybody.
We haven't cut, because we don't have
it's,
the excess funds to fund
that's
it.
the thing is, we're not bringing in $4.5 million. Terry, we're not bringing, the tribe is not bringing in $4.5 million.
Okay.
They did several years ago, are they?
We have 2.5 sitting in tax.
Okay.
We have 2.5 sitting in CR's account.
And what else? And we got $6 million in this other account. And then when we use all of this, how much are we gonna have left? Answer me. When we use all of that
Then we should
tax.
be working harder.
But, no, answer me that question. When we use that, whatever that's in that tax commission, those CFRs, that $6 million in that other account, what are we gonna have left? How much are we gonna have left? How much are we going to have left?
We should be working to do. other
But
businesses.
how much are, when we
I don't know.
spend all that money?
There's your treasurer right there.
No, I'm asking you, because you know all these accounts. I'm asking you, we're not broke.
We're not.
So we've got all this 6 million, however many million here and this million, and when we spend that, how much money are we gonna still
But
have?
that's the thing, we should be not just worrying about spending it. I mean, we can cut back some, But the thing is we should be looking for
That's
other
what we're
business.
supposed to do is cut back.
We shouldn't be counting on not ever having any more revenues. Our job is to find other revenues for our
Right,
tribe.
no, our job is to see that this government.
Our job, yeah.
WTIDC job is
Is
to create revenue.
to create revenue. Yeah, that's what Wichita
In
Tribe
fact,
Industrial
in
Development
fact,
Commission.
tonight, I'm gonna make a motion that by tomorrow or the next day, that account be turned over to them, because I got that email, did y'all get it?
Yes.
Where they're getting ready to walk because they don't wanna put no more money into that hotel
Without an
up there.
agreement.
They don't have the
Has
agreement.
that agreement not been signed
Yeah, we
yet?
signed
Evidently
it,
not.
but it's not turned over to them yet. And then we need to give them that contract, plus turn that account over to them.
Mm-hmm.
That way they'll have money to take care of those things. That's the Hinton account in that bank for the hotel.
Is that your motion?
That's my motion.
I second it.
What's your motion? Can you make it, please?
Motion is to turn that contract that we signed over to the WTIDC along with that account at Hinton that you have, turn it over to WTIDC by tomorrow or at least the next day. We need to put a time limit on it or it won't get done.
Okay. And you have Jesse do this?
Nobody has had any
Y'all are all on
access to
the,
it.
y'all are all on the account, or the previous for sure. But and y'all never
We've never
authorize
seen
this.
it.
Y'all
We've
never
never seen it.
y'all never authorized that contract to be signed. You authorized it to be sent. I had a couple more questions because nobody in here asked questions about it. You did. You asked me what my thoughts were. I had a couple of questions about it, and I did try to call our attorney about it because we do have a contract for him to review. And
I thought we got that back with his recommendations.
yeah, we did. But there was a couple of questions I had because he had questions.
We
on it
did
too.
pass it, didn't
Yeah,
we?
we did. You
Yeah, we
didn't pass
did.
it. You sent it back to WTIDC. That's what you did.
You know, you said to sign it and then
'Cause-
approve it to WTIDC.
Yeah.
okay, you need a motion.
He
Just
sent
do
it
it.
back to WTIDC for them to
review.
to review the changes and agree upon it, and that way it could be signed.
Okay, 1 second.
Marlene?
Did you second my motion?
Yes,
She
I
said
did.
by Thursday, right?
Yes, by Thursday.
So, that's a treasurer's job actually, if we take care of that. I mean, it is.
And you know good and well, Terry, that I'm not on that account.
Who's-
I can't close it out. I can't access anything
Who
on
wants to
that.
second it?
Terry, you know
She did.
very well
Okay.
that
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Abstentions? Motion carried 6-0. Who's abstaining?
Jesse, because he's on WTIDC.
5-0 and 1. Jesse abstaining.
Who did the second?
I did.
Vanessa.
Okay.
All right, anything else?
And I'm making a motion that the committee directs Terry to close out that account and transfer the funds to WTIDC.
Why can't you do it as a treasurer?
Because I
Because she
can't access
doesn't- she
that
doesn't
account.
have-
I'm not
have
on that
access to
account.
the
No
account.
one can do it
Who are
but
on the
you.
account?
Who's on the
Who are
account?
people that are listed on the account?
I have no idea right now. Probably me,
She's like-
Jesse, Miles, Shirley.
We've never ever signed a check for that account. I
You
haven't
signed
seen
it. You signed
I
it.
haven't seen it.
Okay, then a motion for the people that are on the account
Is that those green checks?
Yeah. it's
to
just-
transfer that account to WTIDC.
Well,
Those
if we don't know who's on the account or what's been spent, should we audit that account?
People on the account to transfer.
Good idea, Matt.
Good idea, Matt.
That's good.
I think transferring is.
They won't let you. It has to be her.
He's
She's
on-
the
he's on
primary
the-
signature. You're the primary
doesn't
signature.
matter.
Yes, it does.
Even
Well,
WTIDC got a statement.
Doesn't
on it
matter. I
that
don't
only
have
shows the
anything in
balance.
writing
It
that
doesn't
says I'm
show
the
any
treasurer and
transactions.
authorized to access anything with that
You just don't
account.
want to take responsibility for your position. Mom said he would work. Sorry.
Where's this account
At
at?
the bank first in Oklahoma City.
Oh, you gonna do it?
Yeah, Miles said he'll do it.
All right, I need a second.
And then if he's not authorized to take money out, then
I'll
He
second it.
is. If you're on
I'm
the.
sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
sure,
sorry,
sure.
those
That's how
checks
come
were-
You sign one, Jesse sign one, Shirley.
Get it up.
You just don't want to
Second.
take responsibility.
they'll approve
It's,
it.
it's the hotel checks. You sign
Or
them,
just
this
to
is
be
brought
back
into
by
your
then,
house.
we can go up there.
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstentions, motion carried.
Who seconded?
5-0-1.
I did.
Jesse,
Make the motion.
Jesse second,
Vanessa,
abstained.
So, what is the motion? Because I said it was to direct
the
Terry
people.
to do it.
The direct people on the account to transfer.
No, I said to direct Terry
I
to do
did,
it.
I made the motion to direct the
The
per-
people.
the
She
people,
did, I didn't.
whoever is on the account,
That's not my
The-
motion.
Okay.
someone
So-
that is
So who seconded
authorized
her
on the
motion?
account to go and,
I guess Shirley did.
We're gonna need to, no, I seconded the motion. We're gonna have to do a resolution that needs to be taken to that bank, or they won't
Mhm.
look at it.
yeah.
Exactly,
It's gotta be done by resolution, authorizing the closure.
All you
exactly.
have to do is you got check signer, you got Shirley, Jesse,
That
and
doesn't close
That-
the
all
account.
they- All they have to do is get a check and write out that account. The only thing is there's.
That does not
Just put in there and do whatever we gotta do.
I think we
to-
need
Okay.
a
Whatever we
resolution
gotta
to
do
take
to close
with
it
it.
out, we need to get it
We
done.
gotta do a resolution. and-
Whatever it is.
So what resolution number will it be?
Whatever's next.
We'll do 57.
Yeah, 57.
So I make a motion to approve resolution number WT 17-57, approving transfer,
Close the account.
or to
And
close the
transfer.
account of the,
Transfer, closure of account, transfer of funds.
to TIDC.
What account?
And I already called for, I
What
already
account?
called the,
What's the account name?
Hinton Trouble.
Hinton Travel Inn account.
I'll give you the information. I'll help you.
So if that resolution can be,
Jesse signed this. I don't know what, I mean, this is y'all got everything all thrown up in the air and you feel like
Someone
everybody wants to
second
be
mine.
boss, but.
Because we wanna get it done and moved to WTIDC, so they'll have
But
funds.
that's the thing, those are revenues that should be coming to the tribe from the last 2 years, but I'm not gonna get into that, cause I know you've got things to say about that, but anyway. Are you ready to
so did
adjourn?
somebody
What about
second
his
mine
audit
Yeah,
of
we
the
already called,
account?
already called for the vote a while ago.
on the resolution?
Yeah, you just clarified with the number.
Okay.
Terry, we also voted in the minutes that we had out here for you to have the correspondence to the tribe scanned and sent out to us. That hasn't happened.
Okay.
Okay, what? Does that mean you're going to do that?
I understand what you said.
Does that mean you're going to do that?
That's a no.
Unplug mine. Unplug
Once
mine.
again,
Can I have a motion to adjourn? Wait first.
Need to vote on that resolution.
evidently she took account.
Yeah, you remember you abstained, Jesse. When Aussie repeated
That
it,
was,
she just put.
he abstained on the first motion, not the one to adopt the resolution.
Yeah, I didn't hear a vote on that one.
Yeah.
It was the same motion, it just had to.
But
It's a
no, I
different
made a motion
motion.
and then I made a motion for a resolution.
Good God. All right.
There are two motions. One,
They were the
to
same.
do the transfer. The second was to authorize a resolution. Two separate motions, two separate votes.
Okay. All right.
I just got Nancy
I'll-
making a motion, I don't know who's making.
I'll second it.
Shirley did.
All those in favor say aye.
Uh,
Opposed?
So what are we voting on now?
The resolution.
The resolution.
Closed.
Jeez, okay.
Have a motion to adjourn.
WT
Miles, motion to adjourn.
7.
Second.
Jesse, second. All those in favor say aye.
Uh,
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion
I
carried.
oppose. I don't want to leave.
For real?
No.
Okay. 6-0.
What? Yeah, I do, but does it matter? Y'all,
Do you want me to
y'all
put
beat
you
me,
down as
put me
opposed?
down as opposed.
Okay. 0-1, Nazi opposed. All right. And